Hey, Camp Squad, welcome back. I'm Matt,
I'm Sam.
and today we have one that's been recommended a few times. This is Most Gangster Burger Place. Five Guys Burgers and Fries.
It's so good.
It's so expensive, though.
I know. But it's good.
Insanely expensive.
It's good. Very juicy burgers.
Yeah. Big ass bag of fries. You can't go wrong with that.
The oil.
Yeah, it's all delicious. Alright, if you haven't hit that subscribe button yet, please do so. Trying to grow the channel. And, yeah, let's get into this. The the peanut allergies nightmare.
Yeah, don't walk in there.
And go.
Just dethroned Don Voltaggio as my favorite entrepreneur. Today we're talking about Five Guys Burgers and Fries. Okay, here's the deal. I was down in South Carolina. I'd never had Five Guys before. I got hungry. I was going to order some DoorDash. Five Guys was an option. Decided to get Five Guys. Heard it was delicious. I ordered 4 cheeseburgers and 4 servings of fries.
That's a mistake.
Okay, fast forward 35 minutes. What gets delivered to this Airbnb I'm staying at is 2 brown paper sacks with no branding on them. And inside of sack number A is 4 delicious cheeseburgers wrapped in aluminum foil. No branding on that either. Okay, this is kind of fucking weird. Interesting. Big chain. No branding. All right, whatever. Go to bag number 2. I'm not exaggerating. This entire bag is full to the top with French fries. As far as I can tell, they didn't even stick any like holding containers for the French fries. It's just a bag of fucking French fries. It's like 5 pounds. It's like they made an entire bag of potatoes into French fries and stuck it in a sack. So like any sane person, I tried the French fries. They're delicious. Now is where I go from not a sane person.
I couldn't believe ordering that much Five Guys on DoorDash.
Well, he didn't know it was
That's like
gonna
a
be
$200
that.
order. That's insane.
Well,
DoorDash increased the price so much. Remember when we were in Queens, we wanted burritos? It was gonna be like $70 for 2 burritos.
yeah, no, I'm getting in the car.
Jesus Christ.
I'm not
Immediately have alarm bells going off. They're up to something. There's no branding. There's way too many French fries for free. They're up to something. I need to figure out what it is. So next day I go to Five Guys for lunch in person. While eating inside the restaurant, I'm both impressed but also more confused. They're giving out free peanuts. There's bags of potatoes everywhere. The kitchen is open. You can see them making the food unlike any other burger place I've ever been to in my entire life. So I go back home. I start doing some research. And what I find is not only a pretty incredible business model, but probably the coolest entrepreneur story that I've ever heard in my entire life. And we're going to get into it right after a word from our sponsor.
Delete me.
Why do you have John Wick's gun?
The squirrels were messing with Mushu again, so this seemed appropriate.
I mean, that does make sense. All right, fair enough.
Yeah.
I thought John Wick's was like a viper or something.
Squirrels!
That's only gonna keep him down for a little bit, Morty. You with squirrels, Morty.
All right, here's the deal. Super simple, straightforward business model. You give them money, they turn around and make sure the data brokers on the internet aren't selling your personal information.
No.
What does that even mean? Okay, here's the entire internet and every free service on the planet inside of a nutshell. Okay, there's a saying, if you're not paying for the product, you are the product. What that means is pretty much anything on the internet that you use, that's a service, whether that be Google, Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat, all of it. Okay, it's all an app. So one of 2 things is happening. They're either going to feed you ads, and that's how that company makes money.
What? I'm tired of we've seen this ad.
You guys are drinking coffee later.
Then turn around and sell it to data brokers on the internet, and then they're going to turn around and sell it to whoever buys it. And next thing you know, you're getting 17,000 robocalls every single day. And that's where Delete Me comes in. They will look through all the major data brokers and find the ones that are selling your personal information and submit opt-out requests on your behalf, and then they are legally obligated to comply. And then they'll continue to monitor these data brokers, and if they get your information again, Delete Me will submit an opt-out request again. Basically, you're paying Delete Me to get rid of all the downsides of all of the free stuff on the internet, which I think is absolutely worth it. If you want to check them out, I'll have a link and a discount code down below. Let's get back to the video. All right, our story begins with the founder of Five Guys Burgers and Fries, Jerry Murrell, who I can only describe as like the most average dude on the planet. Grew up in Michigan, average life, average parents, average school performance, right down the middle, average with perfectly everything. One day he's in class, teacher winds up telling him, you need to pay attention or you're going to wind up.
I don't remember that.
I don't remember that opening at 16.
No. Well, like I said, there's probably not a lot of locations by us at the time.
flipping burgers for the rest of your life. So he's like, okay, well, I mean, maybe. So then he starts thinking about it. He decides to go to the local burger place called Push 'em Up Tony's, and people are just packing this place all the time. The dude makes good burgers. Push 'em Up Tony is this, dude. He's got his fucking pet cat in the kitchen that he's petting while he's flipping these burgers. Everybody jokingly called them fur burgers, but they kept eating there because the burgers were delicious. So as a kid, he's looking at this and he's like, I mean, flipping burgers for a living doesn't sound that bad. I mean, Push 'em Up Tony's always busy. He drives a nice car, gets to hang out with his pet cat all day. Maybe it's not that bad of a life. So this is kind of where the seed gets planted. Okay, fast forward, graduates high school, goes off to college. While he's in college, he's working in a fraternity house, cooking all the food for everybody. From here, he graduates college, moves back home to his hometown in Michigan, marries his high school sweetheart, has 3 kids, and starts selling life insurance. The most average story on the planet.
Extremely average in every category. Remarkable, truly. The most average person in our entire armed forces.
And then one day, him and his wife decide they're going to get a divorce. Don't know the context, don't know what happened, don't care, doesn't matter, not pertinent to the story. What does happen is his wife takes his 3 sons and she takes them down to Florida where they move. And Jerry, like any good father, is heartbroken. He wants his boys back, and for whatever reason, I have no idea why, he decides that what he needs to do to get his kids back is to make a bunch of more money. Maybe he couldn't afford a good lawyer in the divorce. I have no idea, but that's what he decides. He needs to make a ton of money. So he leaves his hometown, starts bouncing around from big city to big city, trying to figure out how he's going to make all this money, winds up in Texas, tries to start an oil business, blows up in his face. So that didn't work, but he's not taking no for an answer because he's got to get his boys back. Next big idea, bottled water.
I'm just trying to figure out if I can make any money on this deal.
Okay, now to me and you in 2025, sounds like a pretty good idea. That's a multi-billion-dollar industry today, but you got to remember, this is the early 1970s. Bottled water doesn't even get remotely popular until the 1990s, okay? The 1970s, ain't nobody drinking water. Everybody's smoking cigarettes and drinking Coca-Cola. I mean, we've all seen the documentaries where they're like, here's the graduating class of 1972, and then they show you a bunch of pictures of like 35-year-old men.
Yeah, Grease.
They stay the same age.
And it turns out they are, in fact, actually 18-year-olds. They just look like they're 30-year-old men because they have normal testosterone levels, because their balls aren't full of microplastics, and because they're not fucking drinking water and they're dehydrated. Sorry, I'm getting distracted. Just drink water. Anyways.
Water sucks. Gatorade is
Gatorade.
No. Jerry goes out with his literal multi-billion-dollar idea and starts looking for investors, starts talking to bankers. Absolutely everybody laughs at him at the notion that somebody would buy bottled water.
Water?
Yeah.
You mean like in the toilet?
So he abandons the idea, moves on to the next thing, moves on to the next big city, winds up in Washington, D.C. While he's there, he's from small town Michigan. He's not used to all this money, all this wealth. He's blown away by how many rich people live in this area. He's got an economics background, so he goes back to school, gets licensed to be a financial advisor, and starts doing that in Washington, D.C., and starts making a good amount of money. From here, he meets his wife, Janie. He's doing so financially well that whatever the context is, he winds up getting his boys back. They move back with him in Washington, D.C., and then Janie gets pregnant and he has another boy. He now has 4 sons. From here, he goes right back to being the most average guy on the planet.
I think I'm picking up where the 5 Guys is coming from. He's got 4 boys.
And he's the 5th one?
Yeah. Maybe, huh?
Or he has a 5th boy.
Well, maybe. Maybe also.
The planet, living in the Washington, D.C. area, got 4 sons, got the wife, slinging financial products on the side, making a bunch of money, putting money away for his kids' college fund, just being average Joe to the max. As his 2 oldest sons are getting ready to finish up high school here in a couple of years, neither one of them has any interest in going off to college. Okay, kind of an alarming thing for a mother and father, especially in the 1980s. This is like the pinnacle era of you have to go to college.
It is fiscally irresponsible for me to go to college.
Are you huffing? Are you high?
You're huffing grass?
Then one day, Jerry and Jamie decide they're going to take the boys out to the beach. They go out to the beach. It's coming up on lunchtime. They decide they're going to look for a restaurant. There's restaurants all up and down this boardwalk, but one of these restaurants has a line of like 250 people just standing there waiting. It's this restaurant called Thrasher's, and the crazy part is they only sell French fries. Like that's it, just French fries. No hot dogs, no hamburgers, just French fries. 250 people waiting in line. And this reminds him of Push 'em Up Tony's and the fur burgers back home. And then it reminds him of what his teacher told him. If you don't pay attention in school, you're not going to go to college, and then you're going to wind up flipping burgers for the rest of your life. And maybe, just maybe, that's not that bad of an idea.
Light bulb.
So he gets approval from his wife first, and then he sits down his boys and he's like, okay, look, we've saved up $70,000 to send you kids off to college. If you want to go to college, we'll pay for it. Absolutely, 100%. It's basically your money. But if you guys don't want to go to college, I'll give you the money and we can start a business together, which is beautiful. I mean, you got to remember, he already lost his boys once. He doesn't want to lose them again. If he could start a business and provide them with a living, and he gets to hang out and work with his sons all day, every day, even if they don't become rich, he's still rich. And sure enough, the boys want to work with dad. Okay, so what's the business model going to be? We're going to take push 'em up Tonys, and we're going to take Thrashers, and we're going to smash them together. We're going to make hamburgers and French fries, and we're going to make them so well that people line up 250 deep to buy them from us. Why are we picking hamburgers and French fries? Well, because Jerry is the most average man on the planet, and that's all he likes.
I just have a little plain cheeseburger. Sometimes my other favorite burger is a plain hamburger, ketchup mustard on it, and another one is just a plain hamburger with nothing but raw onions.
I'm gonna go out on a limb and say all 4 of those boys were conceived in missionary position. Just saying. So what are we gonna call this restaurant? Well, it's me and my 4 boys. That's 5 guys, and we're selling burgers and fries. Brain Blast, that's the name of the restaurant. 5 Guys Burgers and Fries.
The most average person.
Okay, now from here, I can't tell if Jerry is like a diabolical genius.
How am I just learning now it's called 5 Guys Burgers and Fries? I thought it was just 5 Guys forever.
Well, because that's the big sign.
Is that what's lit up on the building?
Yeah, I don't know. But
it's been a while since I've seen 5 Guys in the wall.
Well, it could have started that way, but as the sign, they just do 5 Guys, like they shortened it.
Yeah, all right. Yeah, where's the nearest 5 Guys to us?
Are you really doing that right now?
Yes.
Why do you always do that every time we watch a food one? What was the last one we watched?
Taco Bell. Before that was Waffle House, I think.
Oh my god.
Or if he has a full-on Field of Dreams moment, like if you build it, they will come. Obviously referring to the perfect hamburger accommodated by the perfect French fry. Actually, no, I am pretty positive. He definitely had the second one because he becomes bound and determined to make the perfect hamburger and the perfect French fry. And he is thoroughly convinced that if he can do that, literally nothing else matters. You think I'm exaggerating? I'm not. He literally defies all conventional wisdom, ignores all the common business practices, and is just locked in tunnel vision on developing a good hamburger and good French fries.
This is the good stuff. Snakes and sparkles.
He starts telling all his family and friends he's putting his life savings into selling burgers and French fries, and they're like, oh, you're starting up a restaurant. Are you going to have a salad option? Absolutely not. How about chicken nuggets? No. How about a burrito? No. How about a chicken sandwich? No. Burgers and French fries.
You don't have no black cats? No Roman candles or screaming memes?
No.
You don't got no lady fingers, buzz buttles, snicker bombs, church burners, finger blasters, gut busters, zippity doo-dahs, or crap flappers?
No, I don't.
He is so thoroughly convinced that the only recipe to success is a good hamburger and good French fries that he intentionally makes opening up his first business.
He added hot dogs, right?
Yeah, hot dogs, and I think you get grilled cheese that too.
You can get a knish also now.
Oh, really?
Yeah, you've gotten it before.
I've gotten a knish from 5 Guys?
I think so.
No.
Oh, wait, no. Am I thinking All-American?
Yeah. Jesus Christ.
It's another burger joint.
Yeah.
On Long Island. Yeah.
As hard as humanly possible. He literally and intentionally picks the shittiest location he could possibly find in this rundown strip mall in Arlington, Virginia. And his thought process was, if I can do this successfully in this shitty location, I can do it literally anywhere. So he gets this location up, gets it ready. From here, he has to perfect the menu. From here, I can only assume he's like, what's our competition? McDonald's? Okay, what's McDonald's have? The Big Mac? What's that got? 2 1.5-ounce patties? All right, cool. Here's our thing. We're gonna have hamburgers. We're gonna have cheeseburgers. They're gonna come in 2 sizes. The smaller one for kids is gonna have 1 3.5-ounce patty, more than a Big Mac. We're gonna call that one the little guy because fuck McDonald's. Our normal hamburgers and cheeseburgers are gonna have 2 3.5-ounce patties. And that meat is gonna be fresh, never frozen. And the bun that those hamburgers go in is gonna be fresh from a bakery, baked that morning. And I'm gonna have 17 different toppings that you can put on those hamburgers and cheeseburgers. And guess how much extra each topping is gonna cost? Fucking nothing. And all that shit, the lettuce, the tomatoes, the onions, all that's gonna be fresh too. Okay, cool. What about the French fries? We're gonna buy fucking potatoes and we're gonna turn them into French fries. Okay, we're not gonna do what McDonald's does and have some factory spitting out frozen French fries into a bag and then transport them frozen across the country and then throw them into the fryer. No, we're gonna take potatoes, we're gonna salt them, we're gonna put them in oil, and then we're gonna feed them to the world. Okay, I mean, look at McDonald's French fries ingredients. We've got potatoes, vegetable oil, canola oil, corn oil, soybean oil, hydrogenated soybean oil, natural beef flavor, wheat and milk derivatives, dextrose, sodium, acid, pyrophosphate, main color, salt, quote, beef flavor, contains hydrolyzed wheat and hydrolyzed milk as starting ingredients. Contains wheat and milk. Now let's look at the Five Guys French fries ingredients. Potatoes, salt, peanut oil. The end. Does peanut oil cost more? Absolutely. But it doesn't matter because that's what makes the fries better, and we're not in the business of saving money. We're in the business of making the best burger and fries on the planet.
Snakes and sparklers are the only ones I like.
Buh! That also means he's going to lose out on customers that have a peanut allergy. Buh! Don't care. Five Guys is in the business of making the best French fries possible, not bending the knee to your weird food allergy. In fact, they're going to double down and give out free peanuts to everybody waiting in line to send the clear message. If you can't eat the best French fries in the world, fuck you. Just to be clear, for legal reasons, at no point has Five Guys officially said or alluded to anything remotely close to that. However, that's what they actually do, and that's how I interpret it, and I think it's kind of funny.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. I'm a bad person. Anyways, moving on. Oh, and these can't just be any potatoes. No. These need to be russet potatoes from Idaho. But even that's not specific enough. These need to be russet potatoes from Idaho, specifically in the Snake River Basin, which is north of the 42nd parallel. Because, and I quote, potatoes are a lot like oak trees. The slower they grow, the more solid they are. We like our northern potatoes because they grow in the daytime when it's warm, but then stop at night when it cools down. It would be a lot easier and a lot cheaper if we got California or Florida potatoes. The dude is autistic about burgers and French fries, and I love it. Okay, if you're not picking up what I'm putting down, homie has went full plankton getting the Krabby Patty secret recipe. He has developed the greatest hamburger and French fry of all time. That's it. That's the whole menu. I've got a hamburger. I've got a cheeseburger. I've got 17 different toppings. I'll put whatever you want on it, and I've got French fries. The end. Okay, sounds stupid. Actually genius. What have we learned on this channel? Keep it simple, stupid. Pick one thing you want to do. Be the absolute best at it. Best pound for pound money-making fast food place on the planet, Chick-fil-A. Guess what they sell? Chicken sandwiches. The end. So the menu's set. The food is ready. 1986, he opens up Five Guys. Does he do a grand opening? No. Does he advertise at all? Absolutely not. He is convinced that if he can just get one customer to walk through that door and taste this delicious hamburger, he's going to tell all of his buddies, and then he's going to be successful.
Yeah, I guess he's not wrong.
Yep.
So they open up at 11 in the morning. Guess who shows up? Absolutely nobody. Nobody knows they exist. They didn't advertise. They didn't have a grand opening. Nobody shows up. First 45 minutes. Nobody shows up. Then one dude just saunters in, happening to find it randomly, eats the hamburger. By 12:30, they're fucking packed. Okay, he's done it. He's built the perfect cheeseburger. He's built the perfect French fry. And sure enough, people showed up despite him not advertising, despite him being in a horrible location. His plan is working. Five Guys Burgers and Fries is profitable from day one. Somewhere along the line, people start complaining that his restaurant takes a little bit longer in comparison to, like McDonald's and other places. Jerry doesn't give a single shit, okay? Perfection takes time.
Cooking is art, and the shit I cook is the bomb, so don't be telling me.
Shit you cook is shit.
In response to this, Jerry hangs up a sign on the door that says, and I quote, "If you're in a hurry, there's a lot of really good burger places within a short walking distance from here." Five Guys doesn't give a shit, and I absolutely love it. Just straight up, we're the best. We know we're the best. If you don't want to wait in line, cool, kick rocks, go somewhere else. There's 249 other people in queue that I can make their burger for next. They continue to grow the business. They're making hamburgers. They're making French fries. Things are going good. Time to open up another location. So he goes to the bank, asks for a loan. Full honesty, I have no idea how this conversation went down, but I imagine it was something along the lines of this. Okay, you want to open up another hamburger shop. Your first one's fairly successful. Tell me about the business. Do you have a marketing plan in place? Absolutely not. We don't do any marketing whatsoever. We just rely on word of mouth by making really good hamburgers and really good French fries. Okay. Are you looking at expanding the menu? Absolutely fucking not. Okay. Do you deliver? Are you looking to start delivering the food? No. I make good hamburgers and good French fries, so good that they're going to come to me. Okay, so your entire business model is just to make really good hamburgers and really good French fries, so much so that they'll come to you, you won't deliver, but they don't know you exist because you're not doing any marketing and you're only willing to sell hamburgers and French fries. Yep, just get out. No, the answer is no. We're not investing in your hamburger stand. Jerry basically gets laughed out of the bank, at which point he goes to his family and friends. He's getting like $5,000.
Yeah, I've never seen a Five Guys commercial, right?
No.
Just maybe billboards?
I think
maybe.
so.
I think I've seen a billboard or two.
I don't know. honestly, the same thing happened. It was just word of mouth. Hey, you want to go get Five Guys? What's that? Oh, it's this burger joint. Like, that's just how it happened with us. I didn't see a commercial or anything.
Damn.
He basically gets laughed out of the bank, at which point he goes to his family and friends. He's getting like $5,000 loans from relatives, $10,000 loans from people that believe in the company, and he gets enough money to open up a second location. And that's pretty much how it goes between the 1980s all the way up until 2001. By then, he's got 5 locations. Now, 5 locations in 2 decades for a fast food place is not a lot of growth. Like, that's not very fast. And part of that reason is not because he can't get funding. It's because people have been approaching him for like the last 10 years wanting to start a franchise of their own version of Five Guys. And Jerry's just like, no, absolutely not. You're going to fuck up my precious burgers and french fries. You're not going to do it right. Nobody's touching this except for me. By 2022, he finally gives it up and he's willing to have franchisees come on and run their own version of Five Guys. But he is on their ass like white on rice. To this day, Five Guys is sending in 2 secret shoppers every single week. Not quarterly, not yearly, every week. Corporate is sending in 2 secret spies to make sure that you're upholding their image. The food needs to be delicious and everything better be clean, right? That's the whole part of the fresh thing. They have an exposed kitchen where you can sit there and watch somebody make your food fresh. Everything needs to be spotless, and corporate is hell-bent on making sure that happens. Jerry and his sons aren't budging for anybody on their standards, and I absolutely love it. And I mean absolutely anybody, because in the 2000s, they got so popular in the DC area that the Pentagon called and wanted them to deliver some food. Jerry said, nah, we don't deliver, to which the person from the Pentagon said, sir, this is the Pentagon. Everybody delivers to the Pentagon. To which Jerry said,
I don't give a fuck.
He then gets another phone call from that guy's boss. It is an admiral from the Navy. Admiral, same thing as general, but for the Navy. Okay, super important guy. He then proceeds to tell Jerry, bro, this is the Pentagon. You have to deliver to the Pentagon. Jerry says, no, I don't. He then proceeds to get a 24-foot-long sign that's 2 feet tall that says, we don't deliver, and hangs it up in all of his stores in Washington, D.C. It's so stupid that it's actually genius. It's literally the exclusivity luxury tactic. It's just never been pulled off with something so simple as hamburgers. It's like what ridiculous luxury brands do, like Rolex or Ferrari, just this attitude of like, I don't give a shit what the customer wants. I'm making perfection. And if you want it, get in line. Don't get me wrong, I'm not saying Five Guys is like some snooty luxury hamburger. I'm just saying they're worried about quality and they're not willing to budge or compromise for absolutely anyone. And when I say anyone, I mean literally anyone, because in 2009, Barack Obama, the most powerful man on the planet, wanted a Five Guys hamburger. Guess what he had to do? He had to get his ass up out of the Oval Office and walk to a Five Guys and order a hamburger in line,
they don't
just like everybody else. You don't gotta like it, but you absolutely can't not respect it. Telling the most powerful man in the world if he wants to eat one of your hamburgers, he needs to come get it is gangster as fuck, which is not something I ever thought I would say about a fast food place, but here we are. Oh, you said at the beginning of the video that you had it DoorDash to your location, so they do deliver. But no, there's a distinct difference. Five Guys doesn't deliver for anybody. But if you want to hire a stranger to go pick it up for you, that's your business. But nobody working for Five Guys is taking you your burger because they're busy making perfection. And that's why Five Guys today is so successful. They've got over 2,000 locations with 1,000 more on the way, and they're so busy, they're not even accepting applications for future franchisees. Damn. Right out of the gate, they did pretty much everything wrong. They intentionally picked a shitty location when they were starting out. They don't deliver. They have a small menu. They're expensive in relation to their competition. And you know what? None of it matters, because Jerry and his sons have mastered the field of dreams fuck you business strategy. If you make the perfect product, the customer's gonna come. Nothing else matters, and if anybody tries to distract you or veer you off course, tell them to get bent.
United States of America is based on fuck you. You're a king, you have an army, greatest navy in the history of the world. Fuck you, blow me.
That's it. That's all I got. Five Guys is literally the most gangster burger place on the planet. Literally founded by a guy who sat down and was like, I want to hang out with my sons all day, and built a multi-billion-dollar hamburger and french fry empire to do it. And if that's not the American dream, I have no idea what is. Thanks for watching. Best way to support the channel is go buy some merch over thefatelectrician.com. Quack bang out. I need to build a company so I can work with my kids forever.
Yeah. All right. Well, now I just want Five Guys.
I know.
What time do they close?
I don't know. They're definitely closed already.
Well, what time do they open?
How the hell do I know?
That alarm clock.
What?
Set your alarm clock.
Set my alarm clock. Oh, we have plenty. Oh, look. Up here. We have to go get the toy.
The what? Don't say the toy. Just nobody knows what the hell you're talking about.
Oh, well, I'm just talking to you. The dinosaur toy.
Oh, for Thursday?
Yeah.
All right, I guess we'll go tomorrow.
Sure.
Because the boy likes the fries, too. All right, I guess we're going to get some Five Guys. Thanks for watching. Bye.
Bye.